I remember that in that time we did kind of, because there was so many people dying in that time, in the 19s and during the 2000s. So I remember that the women's movement here has been very symbolic all the time. And I remember that when we had all these agreements with the M19 and all the women that you were talking today, there were a lot of people that were killed after. But so many people that were killed. There were people from this party that was called the UP, La UP. And the leaders from the M19 were also killed. And well, it was really something very impressive. So I remember that one of the marches
demonstrations
that we did, we came a lot of women from all the country, and when you come up from the airport, that is what we call La Avenida 26. That is one of the main avenues, 26. This avenue is very important in this city, because from the 26th to this side is like it has been the most, I think that if you go that way, you can find all the poor people. But if you go to the other side, then you can go and find all the rich people. This is a very divided city. It's divided by streets. And there is the most ancient cemetery, El Cementerio. Cemetery. It is the historical cemetery. And I remember when we decided to do all our demonstrations, coming out from the cemetery and going back to the central park of La Plaza de Bolívar. And we did it, and we repeatedly did it that way, because we wanted to take death from the cemetery to bring life again, caucus of women. That is called Cumbre Nacional de Mujeres. It's like a reunion of different platforms, because it's not easy to work between us, because we have a lot of differences in approaches, in everything. But I think we have been trying to learn how to work together. So every time we are, and I think we are an example of how to work together in the difference. I think that it's important previously to tell you that in 2010, 2011, we gathered 10 women. We were working with Conciliation Resources in UK. And we gathered 10 different women from very different perspectives. There were journalists, there were indigenous, Afro-descendant, people from rural areas, what we call campesinas, urbans, ex-combatants, feminists, human rights defenders, peace builders, armed forces. The national armed forces. And this was something. Ecumenical people. We came back and we founded something that is called Colectivo de Pensamiento y Acción Mujeres, Paz y Seguridad. And that is very important, because el colectivo
¿Colectivo de paz?
No, Colectivo de Pensamiento y Acción. Mujeres, Paz y Seguridad.
Peace and safety.
And security, more. Sí, porque sabes que en inglés se llama, porque basado en la resolución 325 es seguridad, entendida como seguridad, el sector seguridad.
Security como sector.
Sí. So, from that, we began to get bigger, and we built up something that is called the Ethical Pact for Peace. And it has 15 approaches, different approaches, and we make a huge difference between what is a negotiation for giving up the arms and the difference of a peace process. Those are completely different things. So that is something very important for the Colombian approach, because we say, yeah, we can leave the arms, and las FARC can leave the arms, but that doesn't mean that we are in a peace environment. So that is important, because then after we have the Ethical Pact for Peace and so on, we, with other platforms, women's platforms, that are la Casa de la Mujer, la Ruta Pacífica de las Mujeres, ANMUSIC, la Asociación Nacional de Mujeres Campesinas, Indígenas y Rurales, con la Conferencia Nacional de Organizaciones Afrodescendientes, con el colectivo La Limpal, WILF, y con Mujeres por la Paz y Iniciativa de Mujeres por la Paz. We built up something that is called la Cumbre Nacional de Mujeres y Paz en el 2013.
¿No lo han traducido? Es the National Summit of Women.
Sí, National Summit of Women. It is like that, National Summit of Women.